This is HFO's Multifamily Marketwatch, presented by Pacific Exteriors Northwest, a contractor specializing in siding and exterior envelopes, delivering exceptional quality and service for over 30 years. By Aprio, combining DeLapp's Pacific Northwest experience with Aprio's global resources to offer unparalleled tax, wealth management, and advisory services for real estate owners. And by Kennedy Restoration, helping residential and business owners recover from fire, water, mold, and storm damage.
Thank you for watching Multifamily Marketwatch. I'm Kirk Douglas, Director of Market Intelligence. And with me today is Matthew Steimle, General Manager of Kennedy Restoration, and along with him is Tysen Bodewig, Marketing Director. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Today I wanted to talk about some important reminders for multifamily owners and investors, because you do a lot of the typical remediation things like mold and asbestos.
Sure. Fire, water.
Fire and water.
For fire, water.
But
wind.
I noticed you do a lot of other kind of unusual things, and so I wanted to talk about those today. Auto impacts. So you also do things related to auto impacts, and off the top of my head, I was thinking, well, how often does that really happen where an auto runs into an apartment building and you guys have to do something about it?
More often than you think.
And what would those, can you give me some examples of what those might be?
Yeah, auto impacts are interesting. They do happen.
Had one last week.
We're always concerned when we're responding to something like this. First things first, is everybody okay? Mm-hmm. Once everybody is okay, then you can ask for the story and say, hey, how did we wind up with a car in this building? What happened? Some of them are very, very straightforward. I think we've all seen on the news where we have someone, sometimes an elderly driver, simply confused. The gas and the brake get confused. Mm-hmm. This is not a horrific event. It's more of a parking event where maybe instead of the brake, the gas is hit, car jumps the curb and winds up, if we go back to the strip mall example with the mullions and the plate glass, and all of a sudden the car is inside the subway, for example. It can be something as innocent as that. Unfortunately, it can be something involving alcohol and driving, which is often combined with excessive speed. Those can be catastrophic. The damage, think about a truck that weighs 3,500 pounds traveling at 40 miles an hour. What that would do if that was to strike your structure, the side of your apartment, your leasing office, for example, that can be catastrophic. So sometimes it's just as simple as two vehicles strike each other in an intersection, and the impact creates a force where one of them glances off and basically bounces into a building. Mm-hmm. The building is kind of just in the wrong place at the wrong time and becomes collateral damage. I think those are probably the most typical scenarios that we're responding to.
Join the HFO community and get weekly multifamily intel. Click to subscribe.
And what part of that, the aftermath of that, are you dealing with?
All of it.
All of it.
All of it. From the emergency services, which can be the board up team, typically we'll get a phone call from on-site management saying, hey, this has happened. Once we establish that everybody is okay, we're like, okay, well, we need to get there. First thing we want to do is just evaluate it to say, well, how do we recreate the envelope of the building? Either such that if it's proper, such that the business can reopen or the apartment can be safely lived in. And other times it's tenant needs to be relocated. This is going to be going on for a little while. So how do we build a structure just to keep unwanted people out of that apartment? So the process that we're involved in the beginning is evaluating just to make sure we don't have risk of collapse. So it's
got to say that like assessing shoring up the building so it doesn't fall down.
Yeah, we want to recreate that envelope, but first we want to make sure, is if this is a 2-story building and the vehicle has actually gone through a wall of the exterior, well, what's holding up the second story right now? How wide is this opening? How violent was this impact? So, and that's going to be one of the first things we're evaluating. If we're not comfortable with it, our vendor pool is such that we have electricians that can show up on a moment's notice. We have plumbers that can show up on on a moment's notice. But we also have engineers that are willing to do that. Sometimes we want, okay, we need a little bit of a formula here. We have an idea of what we think we need to do, but maybe we're talking about a 3-story building. Maybe we're talking about an apartment tower. Maybe we see a steel column involved in this. And if all of those things are happening, we, for liability reasons, also want somebody looking over our shoulder, making sure, are we approaching this correctly? If we do this, is this going to be something that the building department is going to be okay with? Because sometimes they're notified quite early on some of these losses.
Especially if we need permitting. That's a big one.
Matthew and Tysen, thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. And thank you for joining us on Multifamily Marketwatch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
HFO's entire office specializes in multifamily real estate, making us the largest multifamily brokerage in the Pacific Northwest. Your success is our passion. Like and subscribe to Multifamily Marketwatch videos on YouTube, articles on LinkedIn, and podcasts on all major streaming markets. Build your legacy with HFO. Call 503-241-5541 or visit our website at hfore.com for more information. HFO is a partner of the Global Real Estate Advisor Network.
Love the insights? Tap the like button and click subscribe. It helps us bring more multifamily news straight to you.